Hello class, welcome back to the geography class. Today we are going to start chapter 9, Life in Tropical and Subtropical Region. Learning objective, Amazon River Basin, Ganga Brahmaputra Basin. Let's warm up. Look at the picture and answer the following questions. What do you think is shown happening in the picture? B. Where does this ceremony take place? Number C. What else do you know about this ceremony? Application skills. Many tropical and subtropical shores are home to a unique group of large shrub-like plants called mangroves. These plants tend to form dense submerged forest along shorelines. Thanks to their adaptive ability to survive in seawater that's too salty for other land plants to survive. Mangroves achieve this through salt and leaves that excrete it into the water. Mangroves make up and enhance the ecological diversity. Their complex root system serve as nursery habitats for marine life as well as providing the substrate for algae, sponges and like seagrasses. Mangroves are instrumental in building sediments along the shorelines and lagoons. It might be hard to imagine their breadth if you are reading this in the Northern Europe, but just imagine the following. The nation of Belize features the highest overall percentage of forest cover, mangroves, of any of the Central American countries. A 2010 satellite-based study of Belize mangroves by the World Wildlife Fund observed that mangroves spread over 1,84,548 acres, which is the equivalent of 3.4% of the Belize territory. Answer the following questions. A. What are the mangroves and where are they cultivated? B. How do mangroves form? C. Do mangroves have adaptive ability? Answer these questions by yourself. Our Earth contains many life-supportive conditions that make it a unique planet. It consists of a variety of plants and living organisms. The plant life on the Earth is always called its natural vegetation. The growth and evolution of the plant and animal life is controlled by a number of factors like temperature, sunlight, moisture, etc. On the basis of the availability of all these factors, the Earth is divided into various natural regions. These are the tropical regions, subtropical regions, temperate regions, and deserts regions. In this chapter, you will learn about the life in the tropical and the subtropical regions of the world. In this map, you can see tropical and subtropical regions of the world. Amazon River Basin. The Amazon, the largest river in the world in terms of volume, is a perennial snow-fed river. It rises high in the Andes Mountains in Peru and flows eastwards, draining the entire north part of South America, namely Brazil, Bolivia, Peru, Ecuador, Colombia, and Venezuela. Most of the river flows through Brazil. The Amazon River is the second longest river in the world, only next to the Nile, measuring about 6,400 km in length. In this picture, you can see Amazon Basin. Think smarter. Why is the rice the main crop cultivated in the Ganga Brahmaputra Basin? The Amazon Basin is a vast region extending from around 10 degrees north almost to the Tropic of Capricorn at 23.5 degrees south. So it falls partly in the equatorial and partly in the tropical zone. The Amazon River accounts for nearly 20% of the total water carried to the oceans by rivers. The basin has been filled by sediments brought down by the river and its many tributaries. The basin encompasses the world's most extensive rainforest and is home to an extraordinary diversity of birds, mammals, and other wildlife. The Amazon Basin is characterized by a hot and wet climate throughout the year. Days and nights are hot and humid. It rains almost daily. At night, the temperature goes down, but the high humidity makes the climate unfavorable for human beings. Flora and fauna. The high temperature and heavy rainfall give rise to dense, luxuriant vegetation in the Amazon Basin. The tropical rainforest of the Amazon Basin are one of the rare areas where virgin forests still exist. These evergreen rainforests are the largest of their kind in the world and are called selva. The trees are tall with hardwood and broad leaves that form a canopy at the top. This prevents sunlight from penetrating into the forest, and the interiors are dark and damp. Mosses and ferns grow on the ground. Climbers like lianas are found along the tail tree trunks. Ebony, mahogany, and rosewood are important trees which provide excellent hard timber. The carnauba palm tree yields wax which is used for making shoe polish, varnish, and candles. The bark of the cinchona tree is used for making quinine which cures malaria. The juice of the chicle tree is used to make chewing gum. The forest also yields a host of other products like rubber, nuts, gums, resins, and fiber. However, commercial exploitation of these forests is difficult as a great variety of species grow together in a small area. The rainforests are rich in fauna too. Some of the examples of animals found here are the jaguar, the tapir, capybara, giant aquatic rodents, and the many kinds of monkeys and parrots. Sea animals like river otters, freshwater river dolphins, turtles, the flesh-eating piranha fish, manatees, electric eels, etc. This basin is thus extraordinarily rich in the variety of life. Birds such as toucans, hummingbirds, and many more with brilliantly colored feathers keep adding music to the silence of the forest. Over 5 lakh species. In this image, you can see some wildlife of Amazon basin. Jaguar, capybara, river otter, toucan. Of insects and spiders alone are found here. Crocodiles, snakes, anaconda, and boa pythons are also found in plenty here. People. Amazon basin, being a rainforest region, is sparsely populated by primitive nomadic tribes who survive on fishing, hunting, and food gathering. Some of them practices shifting cultivation since the forest grow back rapidly. The tribe soon leaves for another area. Tapioca, sweet potato, pineapples, banana, and yam are some of the crops grown here. Cassava is staple food of this region. Huge tracts of valuable rainforest have to be cleared to pave way for pastures and for cultivation of commercial crops like rubber and soybean. Mining and logging led to reduction of forest covers. About 20% of the Amazon forest has been cleared for pastures, crops, lumber, and firewood. Today, the bulk of the human population in the Amazon basin are found in cities which have emerged from the surrounding rainforest to become significant population centers. Fact file. The people who collect latex from rubber trees in the forest of Amazon basin are known as Seringueros. The latex gathered by them is used to make rubber cubes, sheets, bands, etc. Ganga-Brahmaputra Basin. India has one of the most extensive flat and fertile plains in the world. The Great Plains of India have been built by two great river systems, the Indus in the west and the Ganga-Brahmaputra in the east. The plain region is made up of alluvium brought down and deposited by many rivers. The Ganga-Brahmaputra Basin is one of the largest river basins in the world. Location. The Ganga-Brahmaputra Basin stretches from Punjab in the west to Assam in the east. This basin also lies in Bangladesh. The Ganga-Brahmaputra Basin is situated between 22° north and 30° north latitudes. In this picture, you can see a satellite image of the Ganga-Brahmaputra Delta. The northern plains is about 2,400 km in length, while its width varies from 150 to 300 km. The plains of the Ganga and Brahmaputra, the mountains and the foothills of the Himalaya and the Sundarbans Delta are the main features of this basin. Drainage system. The basin is drained by the rivers Ganga, Brahmaputra and their tributaries. Ghagra, Son, Yamuna, Gandak and Kosi are the tributaries of river Ganga, while Lohit, Subansiri and Dibang are the tributaries of river Brahmaputra. Climate. The region has monsoon type of climate. Summers are hot and dry. Most of the rain takes place in monsoon season, that is from June to September. The rainfall is heavy in the Brahmaputra basin and in the eastern Ganga basin. Western Ganga basin receives relatively less rainfall. Winters are cold and dry. In this picture, you can see the river, the Brahmaputra. Flora and fauna. The forest of the tropical region have evergreen trees. Whole forest of the mountain region have deciduous trees shed their leaves in summer. Common trees are the sal, peepal and banyan. Ganga-Brahmaputra region is extremely fertile and is most suitable for agriculture. Most of the forest has been cleared for agriculture. Rice is the main crop. Wheat is grown in the drier areas. In the delta region, jute is grown, mainly for export. Tea is widely grown on the hillsides. Apart from the food crops like rice, wheat and millets, cash crops like sugarcane is also grown. In this image, you can see paddy, rice crop. In this image, you can see tea garden. A variety of wildlife is found in the basin. Elephants, tiger, deer, monkey, one-horned rhinoceros are common in the region. In this image, you can see Bengal tiger. Also, there are Bengal tiger, crocodiles and alligators in the deltaic areas. The most popular varieties of the fish are the rohu, katla and hilsa. People. The subcontinent is thickly populated as the climate is quite conducive for agriculture. It has dense network of roads and railways. The movement of goods and people is rapid as the topography of the region is flat. A number of towns and cities exist all across the plain. Delhi, the National Capital Territory (NCT), is also located in this plain. The other well-known cities along the Ganga are Kanpur, Patna, Prayagraj, Varanasi and Kolkata. Modern technological advances have improved the lifestyle of the people living in this part of the world. Life in the villages of India is undergoing a radical change in comparison to the Amazon basin. The life in the Ganga-Brahmaputra basin is much more advanced. Value and life skills. India is a secular state. As a citizen of this country, we must be respectful towards the religious beliefs and faith of other citizens. We should know our rights and understand the importance of their rights. Recapitulation. The tropical and subtropical regions of the world are endowed with a rich biodiversity. The Amazon basin lies between the tropical belt while the Ganga-Brahmaputra basin lies in the subtropical belt. The climate in the Amazon basin is hot and wet throughout the year. The Ganga-Brahmaputra basin lies in the subtropical region between 10° north and 30° north latitudes. Brahmaputra river rises from the glacier near Mansarovar Lake in Tibet. Ganga and Brahmaputra rivers form the largest delta in the world known as Sundarbans. Thank you class. Let's meet again in the next chapter.